Well, happy Saturday, everybody, and welcome to Rhythm Flow Radio live stream right here on Facebook Live, YouTube, and Spreaker. Also streaming on Spotify, iHeart, Apple, and most major streaming apps. Today is actually Dr. King's birthday, and happy birthday, Dr. King. Well, we have a great show lined up for you this evening. During COVID, a lot of things were born. A lot of positive things came out of COVID, even though there were a lot of negative things. So today we get the opportunity to show you some of the positive things that were birthed out of COVID. It wasn't a bad thing at all, except for, I shouldn't say it that way, but because a lot of lives were lost. But even though lives were lost, there were some great things that came out of COVID. People discovered things about themselves. People spent more time with their families. And I'm sitting up here talking like we're out of it, and we're still in a pandemic. So what I'm gonna do at this time, I'm gonna play this theme song again. And when I come back, we will have the guest on screen because believe it or not, what she is going to share with you happened while we were in a pandemic. So just a minute, let me get this going. All right, everybody. Welcome back to Rhythm Flow Radio live stream right here on Facebook Live, YouTube, Spreaker, and streaming over most major apps like iHeart, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Hello, Tracy Kincaide.
Well, hello, Miss Katie. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I am wonderful. Super excited to be here tonight with you.
All right. Today is Dr. King's birthday.
Yes, happy
I mean,
birthday,
it's
Dr. King.
actually his birthday, the
His
15th.
actual birthday.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So, what have you done today that it was exciting? Or what can you share with us exciting, a memory about Dr. King or something that happened in your life?
Oh wow. It's just such an amazing experience. This journey of my life has been a roller coaster of a journey. But yeah, so not on his birthday, but on the day that they finally, after I don't even know how many years, decided to go ahead on and make Dr. King's birthday a national holiday. My baby bouncing, I had a baby bouncing boy, a beautiful son that was born. Timothy was born on January the 20th, 1986. So Dr. King's birthday and his the day that they celebrate his birthday when the nation celebrates his birthday is really a special day for my family.
So you're saying that he was born the day that it became a
A
national
national
holiday.
holiday. Yes.
How about that?
Yes, that was
That's a
amazing.
memory
Yeah.
you'll carry with you for the rest of your life.
For the rest of my yes, definitely. Definitely. So it was a really a special time for us. Yeah.
Okay, I want to ask you before we get into the meat of the show, how has COVID affected your life?
Um, Katie, it started out um being something negative, but then we took that negative and through the grace of God, turned it into something positive. So, it gave me time to really to sit back and reevaluate some things. I was off from work. I couldn't work, but I had to. And even though, during that time we were able to get unemployment, but we knew that that wasn't going to last forever. Plus, I mean, what it's like to be retired. And just because you're retired doesn't mean that you're done working. So it was like being a semi like retired, and it's like, well, what am I gonna do with all these other 22 hours or 20 whatever hours of the day
Mhm.
or 18 hours of the day, whatever. So it's like, okay, well, I started exploring some things, I couldn't go back into food service. So I was like, well, what I was doing outside of food service, I was just, trying to, get back into my acting. I had been writing, I had written and you were the first person to play my first single, Goals. And I had written Goals, and I had written that for a special occasion for Lady Michelle's book launch. And I decided, well, I wanted to do some more writing and some more recording, but I didn't have a producer. I wanted to do some acting. I didn't have an agent,
Mhm.
and nobody was really like in any other, in the cinemas or anything at the time doing filming. And so I was like, what am I going to do? So I started out trying to get an agent. That's what I started out trying to do,
Okay.
because I figured I need an agent to help me to get work because I didn't want to not work. I didn't want to be unemployed. I wanted to work. And lo and behold, Katie, they rejected me, girl.
What?
I finally, it took like forever. It took forever to get the audition.
So
And when
you have to audition to
I
get
had to
an
audition,
agent?
yes.
Oh wow.
And when
Close to what I
I
know.
had to go through hoops and loops, and you have no idea what I had to go through just to get the audition, right? Anyways, long story short, I did the I did the audition, and I yeah, I think some of the points that they pointed out to me were valid. I do, So I was told after the audition, of course they didn't accept me as a candidate. I was told, that I needed to go take some maybe take some acting classes if I was really serious about crafting, my skills and everything and acting, to maybe take some acting classes and just get some more experience under my belt. And then maybe, when I could come back later and try to audition again.
Okay.
And I think that there was some validity to some of what they said. So, but me being me, I was in my feelings, of course. I didn't want to hear that because I wanted to do what I wanted to do, then. And nobody wants to be rejected, of course not. And I really thought at the time that I had what it took, to.
Well, had you ever had any acting classes?
You know what? My entire life I've been on stage.
Okay. All right.
And all I've ever known my entire life was to be on stage. And all of the people that I dealt with my entire life never told me any different, okay, that I was not good enough. So
But had you had any acting
I
classes?
had never
I
had
know
any
you
acting
said you had
class.
been on stage. But
Never had any acting classes. Just from a little girl, and I think I've shared this with you from time to time and over and over and over again. Just from a little girl, just my school teachers and all the people at my school that I grew up in kind of picked the little girl out and said, "Come here, honey," and gave me parts to, in different plays and different roles. And I never auditioned. I didn't even know what that was like, I didn't even understand what that was. And so it's sort of like that girl that was like, I guess I could say it. I'm not going to, it was handed down to me on a silver platter, just that simple. And I never had to work for it. I never had to work for any of that. I mean, I graduated high school. My last day of being at Lovejoy School as a student, I walked out of that gymnasium with a trophy in my hand that night. That's told me that I was the best actress of the year. Now, how good that was,
in
how
that
good
situation.
to them that I
Oh,
was the
okay.
best actress of the year. So I didn't even, I wasn't competing against nobody for it. It was a gift that was given to me. So I didn't know. So anyways, long story short, I took that, and I was a little perturbed in my own way. I was felt very disappointed, but I wasn't gonna let it stop me. So it was like, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it was January the 26th, 2021, when I had that audition. And it just played over my head. It played over my head. Like, what did I do wrong? Did I do anything right? I didn't even know what I did wrong. I didn't know if I did anything right. I did not even know, really, to be honest with you. So I was like, well, I'm not going to let that stop me. I reached out to Aretha Tatum, who is an independent film director here in the city of Chicago. And I was told, once I let the cat out the bag, that I had even approached Aretha. I was told that I was with the right person because she was a winner. There's like, Aretha is a winner. Girl, you are in the right place because Aretha is a winner. I didn't even know Miss Tatum. I had just, kind of met her through a women's group that I was in. So we had some of the same acquaintances and everything, but I didn't know her on a personal level. And I
Okay,
reached out.
let me stop you for a minute.
Okay.
Did you ever take the acting class?
I haven't. I know. I've been working.
Okay, let me let you in upon it on something you may not realize. Aretha Tatum was your teacher.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely. Yes. I was gonna get to
because
that.
anytime you go into the industry, okay, whether you're doing stand-up comedy, whether you're going in as an actor, anything, you're gonna take some classes, whether
Right.
you take them directly or
Right.
indirectly,
Right.
because there are things that we think we know, but we don't.
Right.
Okay,
Absolutely.
so
Absolutely.
you think you didn't take an acting class, but believe me, Aretha Tatum, and I don't even know her, gave you an acting class, and she's still giving them to you.
She is so like amazing. She has been so very, very instrumental in taking me from that day of disappointment to where I am now. And I have to give her credit. I have to give credit where credit is due. I reached out to her and I just asked her, I said, sister, I call her sister. You know, is there any do you have any productions coming up, in the near future? And what would it take for me to get an audition?
All
And
right.
surely she reached back out to me the same day, which was great. She reached back out to me. She said that she didn't have anything at the time, but if anything would come up that she thought I might be interested in, that she would contact me. That was on this January the 29th, 3 days after the audition.
All right.
And on February the 8th, I got an inbox because we had not exchanged numbers or anything. We just was in communication through Facebook Messenger, and I got a message from her and asking me if I was available to talk. And so we set up a schedule, and the following day on the 9th, She and I had a conversation. That was our first conversation. And she trusted her spiritual being
Mhm.
that I would be the right fit for what it was that she was her, what she was doing. And she gave me a role. And the first role was in socialist.
Was what?
Social less.
Okay, we don't. I would just saying that I don't know, but I do. But let us know what socialist is.
So social less is a short film by directed, produced, and by Aretha Tatum. And the short is about is that we need to social less. We need to. So many of us are walking around here that are addicted to social media. We're always scrolling on our phones and checking our messages and all that, and so distracted that we all need to social less. And so she wrote the short film, and my character in the film was Olivia, and Olivia was actually
She wasn't
sort of like
lost
in
in.
denial. She was in denial.
She wasn't
She was a
lost in
stalker.
turning up.
She's, she was a stalker. But one of the amazing things, Katie, that came out of that, even in the conversation that we had, I don't know what it was about my voice, the way I talk or whatever, but somewhere in that she detected that either she detected it or the Lord just dropped in her spirit. I don't know which one it was.
Mm.
But before that conversation was over, she asked me, "Do you sing?" I was like, I was like, yes. I was nervous. I was sweating bullets. I mean, here I am, never done any film, and this lady is giving me. She has given me the role, right? She gave it to me.
She's
And
opening up. She's
she
opening
opened up the opportunity.
opportunity.
Yeah, she opened
Yeah.
up the opportunity big time. And then she asked me, did I sing? Well, I didn't say no. I said, yes, ma'am. She says, well, I have this song. And Aretha talks so fast. You got to listen really closely. And she was like, well, I have the song. And I was like, okay. And she said, it goes like this. And I wasn't going to tell her I couldn't do it. And she's
All
like,
right.
well, I said, well, let me see what I can do with it. And God opened up a door even in that first conversation. Not only did she give me a role, she gave me a singing role as well. And so I got to sing the jingle and record it.
Right.
Yes,
Okay.
my son, Johnny Rayboy, my son-in-law, wrote he produced the song for me, put music to the lyrics, and we were able to record and release that song with the jingle with the socialist. That was my first in the
Wait a minute.
pandemic. So all of that
Wait a
was
minute.
virtual.
Now that you brought in your family, you brought it in. I did.
But
So your not only do you sing, you have some other members. I mean, everybody in your family sings.
yes,
I mean,
my
has
husband
Mayor
is
started doing anything yet?
my husband, the children.
Mm-hmm.
My son-in-law is an engineer, producer. Now he's playing guitar, which he's really fabulous at. So
Okay.
yeah, everybody's talented, which is great. Yeah.
And then your daughter, who's did a three-peat at the United Center singing the national anthem.
Yeah, that was really
Absolutely.
that was not just one time, but that was her third time being invited.
I said a three-peat.
Three, yeah, she got invited.
Three-peat.
So
Yeah.
that was really amazing. That's awesome. Yeah. So
Mhm.
there's things like that we don't take for granted, that we don't take lightly. We're really grateful for the opportunities that we have been presented with, and we just want to be able to, to be good stewards of the gifts and the talents that God has given us.
So out of COVID, even though you're not working, you've been blessed.
Though I'm not working,
You've been blessed to go in the direction that you probably really wanted to be in.
I really wanted to go in it. And it's amazing that the line of work that I was in, which was catering, I got a chance to to be front of the house and back of the house and in between and in leadership. So I got the chance to basically do almost everything that there is in the business of catering, right?
Mhm.
But most importantly, as a server, when I would be be a server, I don't know, it always clicked in my head that when we were on the floor, we call it on the floor when you out there with, the clients or you serving food, that you are on display. So that was like my thing then was like, that's lights, camera, action, because all eyes at that time really are on you. And so if it was a plate of food that I was carrying, or if it was a tray of hors d'oeuvres, I was gonna be my best at it. And I was gonna do it graciously. And so I felt like I was already, you see a lot and you meet a lot of different people. You meet actors, you meet a lot of different artists, you meet everybody and anybody because everybody eats in the catering business. And so I knew what I wanted to do. I just knew I had to take initiative to get there.
So that's why I said, even though we are still in the pandemic, we haven't come out.
We are in a pandemic.
The pandemic did different things for different people.
Right.
I mean, absolutely. A lot of people lost their lives, and I really hate that.
Yeah.
But a lot of things were born in the pandemic. Not only children, but look at you.
Yes.
You went from not having a job now to pursuing your dream.
Yes.
Not taking an act class directly, but indirectly, you were given Rita Tatum, who is extraordinary in her field.
Yes, she is.
And she took you under her wing.
She did.
Developing.
And it's constantly pushing me out of my comfort zone.
Yeah, she's developing those talents that you have.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And that Socialist was the first, but Socialist, that was all virtual. That was we did self-tapes, and they put that together. But so then
when give you your table, your lines to read, and you would record them.
Right. And we'd send them in. And so then the editors and all those guys, they put all that together for her.
Oh, right.
But then when she did Season, and Season was being birthed before Socialist had even been released.
Now you talk about Season, Season or Season the series?
So Season, the short. So there's a short film that is seasoned.
Okay.
That's like about 11 minutes long. While we were in production with Socialist, she was birthing Season. So I get another message. Can you talk? Because she's very, 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 very cognitive of people's time. So she makes sure that she'll send you a text message or a message and say, when you are available to talk, can you talk? She just doesn't pick up the phone and call. So can you talk? Yes, ma'am. What you need? So we talk, right? And she goes through this spiel about Season, and Katie, I'm telling you, I was like totally in shock. So she says, "Yeah, I wrote this short. It's called Season, and it's about 3 women that went to college that were going to form a singing group, but they never got to put the group together." And I was like, she know me? Because that was me. When I was in college, myself, Carmen Bonner, and Jerry Harvey was trying our best with our, God rest his soul, friend Billy D. Harvey, because he was the pianist. We were going to put this group together, and we never got to do it. And so Faith's mom passed, so that made us have to be reunited us. And so the conversation was, do you recall, back in college when we wanted to put a group together, we never did do it. So it's like, well, let's do it now. So the moral of the story is, you've lived. Now all of us are middle-aged. We're all seasoned women. We're all in our 50s. So it's like, you've lived your life. Now why not live your dream? You've raised your children. You've worked, to the bone. Why not do the things that make you happy?
Now,
so that's our Season.
Season the series was Aretha Tatum's idea, right?
Yes. No. Nope. So Season the series, we completed it. The first part of it was virtual. She decided, things were letting up from the COVID, restrictions and everything. So we were able to safely, try to meet. social distancing with our mask and all that kind of stuff. She tried to practice all of the CDC protocol and everything, but she decided she wanted to go a little bit bigger, right? So we did a live scene on location, right? Terminology on location, the live scene where we actually performed the song that Aretha had written for the
Okay,
short
but
film.
back up. This is what I'm trying to get straight because I'm listening to what you said. Who came up with seasons? Who
Okay,
came up with the name and that idea about this series? I mean,
the
this
series or the
yeah.
short film?
Okay, the short thing. Who came up with the name?
The short film is Aretha Tatum's. All of them are hers, but the
Okay, now
idea.
listen to what I'm asking you.
Yes,
Listen
yes,
to
ma'am.
what I'm asking you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
Aretha Tatum came up with season and seasons of series. Those are her ideas. She birthed those during COVID.
Let me explain something to you though. The
Let
short
me ask
film,
you my,
no, the short,
let
no,
me ask
but
the
it's
question though.
okay.
Let me
Okay,
ask the question. If you let
okay,
me ask the question, it might be what you're trying to tell me.
okay,
Okay, both of these are Aretha Tatum's ideas, but
okay.
she never knew that in your life when you were going to college, that you and a group of girls and a young man actually tried to form a group.
Oh no, she didn't know that.
That's what
She
I'm
didn't
trying
know
to.
that, Kate. Oh, okay, Kate. No, she
So
didn't know that.
this, what she presented to you was
It
actually
was for
your
me.
life.
It was my life.
Yeah.
And it just kind of, it wowed me so much until I actually feel like season belongs to me. I'm
Okay.
seriously. It
Okay.
feels like it feels like everything about it is mine. It just feels it's like God just decided to say, you know what, I'm gonna do even better for you, honey. I'm gonna give you something that you can even relate to.
See, that's
I'm
what
gonna
I was
keep
trying to find out. I
yes.
mean, here
And I'm
she
so
wrote
sorry.
something. Here she wrote something, and she had no idea that
To
this
have
had already
no
transpired while you were in college.
idea. Right.
So it was
So what
perfect for you.
yes, but I thought, and I'm so sorry, I thought that you were saying the series, the idea of season the series, even though she wrote all 3 episodes, the idea of season series was actually someone else's. And I'm so sorry. That's what I thought
No.
you were going to. But yes, she had no idea. None whatsoever. And it was just kind of crazy. And so when we did, once season the series was completed and had been released, a friend of mine, a lot of people had seen it because it's up on YouTube. A lot of people had seen it, and Andre, I can call his name, Andre Rodriguez, which is our executive producer on season the series, and one of and an editor on season the series. He contacted me. Now, and sometimes I think it gets kind of like you get a little. You can become addicted to work acting. Like it's like when one was over, before one was over, I was into another one, and then it was like when that was over, it was like I was like, what's next? To myself. But not knowing that it was gonna be this big, really seriously. And I'm like, what's next? So in my what's next, Andre contacts me, right? And he says, Trace, this thing is huge. We need to brand this. Can you, in essence, can you put me in contact because it's the right thing to do? You got to go. You need to do things the right way. So it's like, can you put me in contact with Aretha so she and I can have a conversation? That's basically what it was. What it resolved to. And so I was like, yeah. So I set up a meeting for the tool to introduce them to each other. And I gave it to them. I was like, I ain't in nobody's business. Y'all take care of that. And they came up with and agreed to that season should go further. Before she could hang the phone up good, Aretha was almost wrote 3 episodes.
Oh wow.
Yeah, within a week I don't know if it was an entire week, but I know it was within a week. She had actually written the episodes. Yeah. And so she and Andre got together, they collaborated, they worked out the kinks. We got a lot of different people on board. A lot of people believe in the message. Some amazing actors and actresses and film directors and just producers have just come in and made it, with no budget at all.
Oh, wow.
Not a dime. No budget.
No budget.
No budget.
That's all right there.
But we had favor. We had favor with the king, and yeah, we had favor.
Well, I think that anytime you donate your time to something, you gotta have faith in what you're doing. You just don't donate your time to people and you don't have no faith in it.
Right.
Okay? That's a serious thing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's really a quality, it's a quality film. Okay. It's something that you can be proud to be a part of, and I'm just happy that I've had the opportunity to be a part of it, because it's a humbling experience, because where I am, it could be someone else, and so she didn't have to say yes to me, because she didn't look for me. I reached out to her and she said yes.
Well, that's life. What's that saying? A closed mouth will not get fed.
Yeah.
So if you don't reach out, and as a matter of fact, I gotta mention this. There's a song that's out right now. It's called "Not Too Late." And it is by I'm gonna say Pastor Trina Davis. Now it's a crossover, but the song tells you that it's not too late, to reach out, grab, touch, feel whatever you want, because it's not about an age. Okay?
Absolutely.
It's about you as an individual and what you want to do in life.
Absolutely.
And she says it's never too late to do it.
It's never too late. Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. And then it was so great because she would, and I she was just a godsend. So she, she touched my life in so many ways, just not just give me the role, but also building a friendship, and being really genuinely concerned, about my well-being and what direction that I want to take. And the question would always come up like, well, what is it that you want to do? Like you sing. Well, what are you going to do with your singing?
Do you think that she built more confidence and more character?
She was helping me develop. Yeah, okay. She helped me to develop. She's helping me to develop my character. Yeah.
Okay, so season the series is what you're into now. Am I correct?
Yes.
So is that series recorded, or is it still being in production? Should I say?
No, it is actually completed. There are three completed episodes. One of which, the first episode, has been actually streaming in London and in Rome. We actually, I don't know what the status was on the film in London. We were in the film festival in London, but we did qualify for the finalist in Rome. I don't think we won, but we were one of the finalists. And so the movie was actually shown on, the big screen there in one of the theaters in Rome.
Was it in like a film festival or something?
Yeah, film festival. It was a film festival in Rome as a finalist, and we were selected at an official selection for the London Film Festival. The liftoff.
So
global.
How did the song? Tell me, how did this song, for me, become a part of the series?
Okay, so Aretha kept, what do you want to do with your singing? Because we performed in the short, of course. And you say, what if you had the opportunity, would you, perform your song, in front of a live audience or whatever. And I was, I'm not really shy, but I'm really not like, I do kind of like to be in the background. And I was like, oh no, that ain't really what I want to do. I really rather just write, and just record and write and release. I don't really want to be like up on the stage performing and doing all these things. But she kept on like, yeah, what you gonna do with your music? What you gonna do with your And so it made me always think about it. So when the series, they started working on season the series, I was like, God, you keep giving me these opportunities, and you keep giving me these opportunities through Aretha, and she keep trying to encourage me to take it to another level.
Mm-hmm.
And so I asked again. So before I asked her though, I actually was in the bedroom and I came up with the first verse. The look into my eyes and see the world with me, and I'm about to make and so I finished that, and that's all. Like when I live my life for everyone, now I'm living it just for me. Come on and take the journey into my new reality. And that was it. And so did with everything else, I made a voice tape and I sent it to her and asked her, did she like it?
All right.
And she said, yeah, I like that. So I said, well, you know what, Aretha? I say, you know what? I don't know if it'll be acceptable or not, but let me just try to see if I can write. They didn't have a theme song. So let me see if I can try to write the theme song for the series, right? So I asked, and she's like, okay, we'll go ahead and try to give it a shot. So after I let her hear it, I didn't bother about it or anything anymore. Nothing. I mean, we just be recording. I mean, we were filming and doing other things. I ain't did nothing no more with this song. And one day she said to me, she says, well, when you gonna finish the song? And I'm thinking in my mind, I thought it was finished. I thought it was finished.
Did you have any idea
Nope.
that it was going to be a theme song?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
I didn't even know that the thing wasn't finished. So when she said it, I said, oh, because I learned by then that when an opportunity arises, you act now. Do not procrastinate. You do it now. So immediately when we hung up, I don't really do pen and paper that much anymore because I have the phone. I immediately listened back to what I had already recorded, and I picked up my phone and went into my notes, and it was like, when I tell you, it's like the lyrics downloaded right into my spirit, man.
Oh
It was
wow.
like, living my dream will be easy. I've yearned them way too long. I can see the road ahead of me. I'm just trying to reach my destiny because I've lived my life for everyone. And so it just came, and when it came, because I already had the melody, you know, the arrangement of the song, it just flowed into it. So I was done writing it almost as fast as I was finishing up talking to her.
Okay,
And
but
I just
that's something I would like to know too. You say you already had the melody.
already had the melody. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. When you're writing a track or when you're doing a track, so you have what the lyrics and then you have the music, right?
Mm-hmm.
So do you write the lyrics to fit the music, or do you write the music to fit the lyrics? Which way does
For me, my experiences thus far has been the music comes to fit the lyrics
it?
and the melody.
Okay. The
So I
reason
was
I ask that because I've often hear got people say, "Well, I buy the beat, and after
Mhm,
I
yeah.
buy the beat, I
Mhm,
go and I write the song." So
yeah.
I mean, to me, that I don't know.
See, I've never written to a track before,
Okay.
and and I've been told that when you have a track, it's easier for an engineer because they just go in and kind of tweak the voices or whatever. But my son-in-law, again, Johnny
Okay.
Rayborn, thank you, son. When that's like I sent the voice recording to Aretha, I sent the voice recording to him. He
All right.
listened to it and he built the soundtrack. He's built the music around what I sent him.
He mixed it and everything, huh?
He mixed it and mastered everything. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How about
And Jamisha came in and helped with the background vocals.
all right?
So it was really cool. Yeah. And so when she heard it, when Aretha heard the song, she started calling it she started calling
Now,
it the
did she
theme
hear it?
song for the movie, and I was so nervous. I never knew I could be that nervous about something, Katie. It's like because you always kind of like your own worst critic. And every
Well,
time I talk,
wait a minute. Did she hear it after it had been, I guess, finalized? It was, with the music and everything.
so yeah, so I she like I said, I sent her when I finished the song
Okay.
and the arranged the way the song would be arranged and the tempo. She liked it, and so then we just kind of had to, because Johnny's very busy, and he kind of fit me into his schedule, and, he built it. He just kept building track. I didn't even let her hear it until it was a complete song. She knew what it sounded like without the music, but
Okay.
I didn't let her hear it until it was final. And they loved it, and yeah, they just loved it. It was just like the favor was there. It's like, here we are again. Thank you, God.
So now this track that you have, what is it? Again, for me,
For me, yeah.
is it available on the streaming apps?
Yes, it is available. It is available on all major streaming platforms.
Okay.
It's on iTunes, Apple Music. It's on
Spotify.
Spotify. It's
Okay.
iHeart,
Okay.
on Amazon. You can find it
Mm,
almost all. You
all
can just
right.
type my name
So
in, Tracy
it's
R
out
Kincaide,
there.
and it come up.
It's out there if
It's out there. Yes,
anyone
ma'am. It's streaming
want to
live.
buy. You know what? Let's play it one more time before we do this last segment.
Okay.
Because it is a beautiful song. Has
Thank
a nice
you.
beat. Has a
Appreciate it.
nice beat to it. So
Thank
we
you.
go back and find it and see if we can get it back up here because it's a beautiful song. We'll be right back. All right. Got to put us back in the screen.
All right.
All right.
Thank you, Katie.
Journey into my new reality.
Yes.
How about that? Okay,
Yes.
I'm just going to acknowledge Singleton McDonald, DJ Mixmaster. I don't know who you are, but I want to thank you for tuning in. This is Rhythm Flow Radio live stream right here on Facebook Live, YouTube, and Spreaker, and podcasting on most streaming apps. And this is Tracy Kincaide. She is faith. She has faith
Yes.
in the spot. It's a web series, right? It's
Yes.
a web series, and the name of it is Season of the Series. And that
Yes.
is her track that I just got to plan for me. I had given it a brand new name.
There's an alternate name, so it was okay. Because
It was,
you did actually, Katie, you probably just called it what was written on the the song that was sent you, because my son-in-law and my daughter has a tendency to rename my songs.
well, I just thought it was my new reality. I say, wow, what a nice show. What a, hey, what an awesome
That's
name.
what they call it too.
What an awesome name. And I want to give a shout out to my girl, Jemiah Jubilee.
Hey, Miss Jamaja. Yeah.
Okay. Had to do that. Okay. Now, Tracy, where are you going from here?
You know what? It's, oh my God. So Katie, I put things out there. I was like, I said I want to write a book. So I didn't write a complete book. I wrote as a contributing author to a book anthology. So mission done. Check off the bucket list.
Okay.
I'm gonna record. I said an album, but I started with a single. I did my first recording of Ghost, and that's out. And so now here I am. Oh my God, this is just so amazing. I never would have thought this time last year that I would be here today in a million years, but here we are. And so now I'm like, well, where do I want to go with this? Where am I going? So I said I wanted the producer. I put that out, but like nobody even responded. I was like, okay, that's cool. So I waited purposely until I felt that it was the right time. And again, I reached out to a fabulous young man. I'm not even gonna let his name out the not gonna let the cat out the bag yet. I'm holding on to that for just a little while longer. But I reached out to this fabulous young man. He is so amazing. Oh my God. And I said, I just told him my story, and I told him what I wanted to do. I told him I'm a writer. I've been writing blah 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 blah. And I have a huge catalog of songs, and I want to record them. My son-in-law doesn't have time to do me right now, and I need a producer. And he said yes.
How about that?
So with the music, I'm looking at possibly for my birthday, which is April the 8th,
Hmm.
possibly releasing an EP for my birthday, possibly, hopefully. And with the acting, I'm still in need of an agent. Um, I believe that when the time is right and God, directs me to the right people for that, that will happen. I want to, I still want to pursue my career in acting. Hopefully, Aretha, has more stuff that she, has
Well, she's
coming up.
great to put on a resume.
Right. And so now it's like, hey, I got something to put on my resume. And not only
Absolutely.
that, now Katie, look, the short film won awards.
Hmm.
And so I just looked at it now. I started off with like, I was an author, yeah, and I had a single done. I had nothing on my resume for my acting at all. But now I can say that I have three, no, five. So I have two shorts
Hmm.
and then a three-part series. So that's like five film. Um, but the theme song, the writer, and you know, of the theme song for the series. And that's really a big deal. And then the short actually won. And we got, because we're a group, we all
Hmm.
got the same recognition. So we got
Great.
best actress, yes, because we're a group. We got um Natasha and myself and Arlene, which we performed Aretha's song. We got Best Actress. All of us got individual awards as Best Actress. We got Fan Fave,
Okay.
which is great. I was in shock. I was really in shock about that. I didn't expect that at all. And then the song, Aretha's song won. So we got it was the best song. So that was like really, 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 really huge for me. This, first time.
All right.
That
But
was
listen,
really
let me say this to you. You want that agent, right?
I need to have I'm gonna need an agent. Yeah.
Okay, let me say this to you.
I think.
An agent will not tell you that you need to take some acting classes because when they tell you that Aretha Tatum is going to look great on your resume, but they're still going to look that you went to somewhere to, if you don't go for but 12 weeks, have it on your resume. And there are places here in Chicago
Thank you,
where you
Kate.
can go. Put it, you know what? You want to do something?
Yes.
Sometimes you got to play by their rules.
Absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely, absolutely.
So if
And
they say
I'm really looking forward to actually taking an acting class. I just know
you
that
an
it would
acting,
further advance me and enhance.
take you an acting class, and you got that awesome name Aretha Tatum to put on there. So that
Yeah.
should put you over the fence.
Okay.
You
Well,
know,
I'm definitely going to take some time out of especially as we got downtime now, and this is probably like the perfect time to do it.
and
So
you might be able to do them online. Who knows?
absolutely, absolutely.
Okay. Get you
Yep.
some method acting and different things. And girl, go on and excel and blow your career up. So someone wants to know what is an EP. I'm gonna let you tell them. I know it's in a
So
play.
I'm just learning myself, y'all. So an EP is it's not quite an album, but is at least two songs or more that have
Yeah,
been
they're kind of
recorded and can be
extended, right? The
released.
way they play them, extended play or something like that. They a
Oh,
little.
I don't even know about all of that.
Uh,
I just know that it's actually the amount of songs that you can release
mhm.
on one disc at yeah, because like you can do a full album or you can do 2 to 3 songs, we just call it EP. And it, yeah,
Okay. All
because
right.
I had to go look it up. So I was like, what is an EP?
Okay. So next Saturday,
Yes.
we will hopefully, if everything works out okay, oh, should I
Yeah.
say okay, and if it's God's will, we'll have the whole cast here, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
All right.
Tarania, we actually spoke with Tarania earlier today, and unfortunately, guys, Tarania wasn't able to make it in today, so I just kind of like filled in for her. But we're on the same set. We're we're in the same family, and my story is just a little bit different from hers, but um, she'll get to tell you all about what she's doing too. But we're planning on getting together possibly this week sometime to be prepared for the show next Saturday on the 20th at 7 o'clock. Right back here with Katie Lowe on
All
Rhythm
right.
Flow Radio.
Okay, listen.
Yes.
You know, you got 5 minutes. What you want to leave this audience with?
I just want to encourage all of you out there to not to give up on your dreams, not to give up on your goals, and just to know that it is never too late to follow your dream, to live your dream. And don't let nobody tell you that as long as God give you breath in your body, it is never too late.
Okay.
'Cause I'm a seasoned woman and I ain't got time for
Is
that.
that part of another song?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you'll hear y'all gotta get a little bit of that next week.
Now, is that actually on the series?
That actually is on a series. Yeah.
Okay, you write that. Is that Aretha Tatum
That's
song?
Aretha. Aretha wrote that on.
Okay, see if you can get the track and send it to me for the show
You
next.
um yeah. You know what? Since next week's show is Tarania's show,
Yeah.
she should be able to get you whatever you need. I know we all have a copy of
Well,
it's
just listen.
copies.
I'm just throwing this out in the universe.
Yes.
Whoever catch it, throw the ball back at me.
Yeah, yeah. I just
Get
don't.
me a copy of the song. I don't care how I get it. If you drop it,
I will make
doesn't hurt.
it's Aretha's song. I will make sure that if she's not still on here, I will make sure that she gets the message, and I will put you in direct contact with Aretha to get the song to you. Or and if she give me an authority to do it, then I'll send it. But she'll probably do it herself.
Well, because I like it, so I could
I'd
play it.
love to connect you
So,
guys. Yeah, you need. Yeah,
okay. All
yes, you
right.
guys need to be connected anyway. Yes.
Okay. So listen, I really thank you for taking your time out to spend with us and tell us about your adventures and all the great things that happened to you during COVID. Because most people they have a negative story to tell, and when you
Yeah.
can find something positive that has come out of such horrendous uh,
Yeah. It's been rough.
tragic. Well, it could be a tragedy, should I call, that we've had, and the way our government has dealt with it. When you can find beautiful things that blossomed, those are the stories that we're trying to tell today.
Even
All
in a
right.
pandemic. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much for having me, Katie. I really appreciate being here today with you. And thanks everybody that joined, that tuned in.
Okay. So this is Rhythm Flow Radio live stream right here on Facebook Live, YouTube, and Spreaker. The name of the song is "For Me" by Tracy Kincaide. It is the theme song for Season the series. You can find it on most major streaming apps. Join me Monday with Brian McLemore Smith in the basement with McLemore, where the truth comes out. 4 o'clock. All right, Tracy. Good night and thank you.
Good night and happy birthday, Dr. King.
All right, absolutely.